This is our complete guide on how to make YouTube Shorts right now. There's been some cool new additions to the YouTube app, so we're going to cover those as well as we go through. So, what are YouTube Shorts? Well, they're basically YouTube's answer to TikTok videos and Instagram Reels. They're vertical or square videos that can be uploaded on either the desktop or mobile. But they can't be any longer than 60 seconds. Otherwise, it's uploaded in widescreen as a long form video and will not get listed as a short. The good news is there's no requirement for you to be able to post shorts. Anyone can post shorts, even on a brand new channel. So to find YouTube Shorts on mobile, either check out the homepage where you don't have to scroll far to find shorts, or at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the shorts icon, and it's a dedicated shorts area. So when you click on that, it's like scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. And if you go over to subscriptions, at the top, you'll see a section for watching shorts here as well. And on desktop, you'll always be able to find shorts quickly. On the homepage, you'll see shorts listed here on the side. And on your own channel, there's a playlist dedicated just for shorts. But wherever you're finding YouTube Shorts, it'll be showing content that you subscribe to, or content that YouTube thinks that you'll like, which is nice of them. So this is how you make YouTube Shorts. First thing to do is open up the YouTube app on your device and log into your YouTube account. Then tap the Create button and tap Create Short. And just an FYI, this screen may look different depending on the region that you live in or the update of the app you have. But don't worry, the process is pretty much the same. And for this tutorial, I'll be using an iPhone, but it's exactly the same on Android. So up here in the top right-hand corner, we can choose either to record in 15 seconds or in 60 seconds. So I've clicked on 60 seconds and I'm ready to go. And as you probably know, in the top left-hand corner is an X if you want to exit out of making a short. And on the side of the screen are all the key features that we can use to create our amazing YouTube short. So if you press the down arrow button here, we can see them all listed. So at the top of the screen, we have flip camera, which of course flips the camera around, but I'm gonna use the front facing camera. The next key feature that I use in making my YouTube shorts is timer. So the timer tool is really handy when filming for multiple reasons. First of all, you can use it as a countdown timer. So you can either choose from 3 seconds, 10 seconds, or 20 seconds. But another great reason to use the timer tool is that you can choose how much of your video you want to record in one go. So that blue line at the bottom shows 0 to 60 seconds. My video is 60 seconds long, but I can choose to film for only 3 seconds of my video. So again, I've set my countdown timer for 3 seconds, and I only want to record 3 seconds of a video. So watch this, I'm gonna press start. I've got my 3-second countdown timer, and now it's gonna only film for 3 seconds. So the timer tool is really handy to use when filming because it gives you time to get into position, and also you can choose how much the video you want to record for, so you're not wasting any time when recording. Another key feature a lot of great content creators use is the speed tool. So if you click on this, you can either film in slow motion or very quickly. A normal video is always set to 1, so I make sure it's always set to 1. I don't tend to use this tool a lot, but a lot of people use it for trends and different styles of video, so I recommend just playing with it because it can be quite fun. Next, we have effects. Now personally, I don't use a lot of effects in my videos, I just tend to do talking videos, but I would recommend checking them out because when a social media platform brings out a new effect or feature, it means that they want you to use them. And YouTube are loving bringing out new effects for you to try out. So I would experiment making YouTube shorts, trying out different effects, because you'll probably see that a lot of viral videos are using the latest effects. So why not just have a little go and check them out? And now we have the green screen effect, and I've used this in some of my most viral YouTube short videos. I think it's very popular, which is why it's on its own for you to use. So I'm gonna show you how to use that in a minute. Next up, we have filters. I don't tend to use filters, but you can use them just to change how you look, and you can change the intensity of it, but I'm just gonna go with no filter. Then we have the retouch button where you can turn retouch off or keep it on. I'll just keep it on because why not? And then you have lighting, which I don't really feel like makes a huge difference. And finally, we have comments. Now, I would use this if I didn't have any content ideas. So basically, it's a list of comments that people have left on my channel and videos. And if I haven't got any ideas, I'll click onto comments and see if I find a good one, like, is it really legal to drive barefoot? So it is legal to drive barefoot in Australia, but it's gonna be a fun story for me to tell. So I can have this on screen, and when people are scrolling by, they'll see my YouTube short and think, ooh, she's answering a question. What's the question? What's the story? It's quite intriguing. So if you don't have any content ideas, click on comments, and it's a very easy YouTube short to make because all you're doing is pressing the comment, press record, and you're telling a story about the comment. So it's an easy win. And if you want to get out of this, you just have to press the X button and then come back into making a short. So I'm going to do that. Press X, go back. Now I'm back in the short. And then on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, this is when you can add any pictures or videos to create a YouTube short, or we can create a YouTube short from scratch by just recording. And then in the corner is where your drafts will be from any other YouTube shorts you've made. And just before we start filming, I'm gonna point out, as you can see, this is where you add a sound. And of course, I love adding music to my videos, mainly background music, a little bit of a vibe going on. I'm not gonna add anything now because of copyright issues or playing any music while making this tutorial. But I will say, do not add any sound before you start filming if you want to talk during a video. Because if I add a sound now and film talking, it's not gonna film the talking audio. It's only gonna have that sound. So if you're having a talking video, film the video and at the end add the sound. Or if you just wanna have music playing, like you're making a daily vlog, pick the sound and then film, but just know none of your talking audio will be recorded. So that's a quick overview of the YouTube Short dashboard and all the key features that I would use to make my amazing YouTube Short. So now I'm gonna film one of my normal talking style videos using some of the key features here that are proven to go viral on YouTube. And you're gonna see how quick and easy it is to make an amazing YouTube Short. Let's go. So I'm gonna start filming by adding a green screen. And all you need to do to add a green screen background is click green screen and then scroll through until you find the picture that you want. Now, for me, I can only scroll through my latest pictures. I unfortunately can't go to an album. So if I want to use a picture, I either screenshot it so it's at the beginning or hopefully it's near the beginning. So I know what picture I want to use. It's this one, which is bizarre. It's a giant toilet key. My YouTube short is going to be about cafes in Australia and that they don't have their own toilets. And when you go to the toilet, you need to use a giant toilet key. So that's what it's going to be about. So when I pick the picture, I'm going to press done. So now I pick my green screen background. It's there and it's set, but I can actually change my size on screen. So just grab two fingers and if you close them together, I go smaller, bigger, further apart. So you're just doing this and that, but I can change my size on screen. So it's good that when I'm talking, you can see what I'm talking about and I'm not taking up the whole screen. So now I'm gonna start recording. And just before I start filming, a little content creator tip. Just know that a lot of the comments will be at the bottom here or on the right-hand side. So don't tend to be way over here or at the bottom here, because otherwise it's gonna be cut off by key features and wording and comments. So I've got my green screen and I'm also gonna add on the timer because I know that I only wanna film for like 6 seconds. Okay, ready? Things I should tell you before traveling to Australia. They're cafe catastrophes. So I filmed my first clip and I'm about to do more, but let me tell you my top content creator tip is to work smarter and not harder. So because we can only film up to 60 seconds, I want to save as much time as possible. So as I film, I check each clip as I go because I want to work smarter, not harder. So when I film each clip, I check I like it, and if I do, I carry on. If not, I re-record it. So if you want to check it, you just press the tick at the bottom of the corner. Things I should tell you before traveling to Australia. They're cafe catastrophes. So I click the back arrow and now I'm back in recording and I'm going to record more clips. But every clip I record, I'm going to check if I like it, and if I do, great, on to the next one, and if I don't, re-record it. But it will save you time because when you finish your video, you've done the editing at the same time as well. So it'll save you time and sanity as you go. So now we filmed a few clips, you get more features on the screen that you can use to edit as you go. So click the more button here, and the new features you have on screen are the trim and align feature. So if you go to trim, you can actually cut down your clips as well. So this top clip here is all the clips I filmed together in one go, and beneath are all the separate clips that I filmed. So if I click the first one, I know that it's too long, so I want to end the clip there. So all I want to do is drag the cursor to the part I want to cut it, press done, and now I've saved some time on that clip. And let's check out this one. That clip is too long, so I'm going to go done. Perfect, and now I'm going to press done. So unlike other social media apps, you can actually trim the clips as you go. For example, in TikTok, if you trim a clip as you record, you then can't go back and record more clips. Whereas in the YouTube app, you can trim clips as you go, and I'm saving more time, which is great. And the align feature is handy, say if you're doing a before and after transformation. So if I press align, this is how I ended my last clip. So I can be in a different outfit, press the go button, and I'm pretty much in the same position. It looks quite cool. So let me align myself here. And look how aligned I am. If you want to take the align feature off, you just press it again. So it's not a feature I use a lot, but it is a fun feature to have. And of course, any clips that you don't want or want to undo, you just press the undo button here and it disappears. If you want to zoom in while you're filming for that back and forth feature like this, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, all you're doing is keeping your finger on the red button, and as you record, you go up and down, and that's how you do the zoom in and out feature. Okay, now I'm done filming in just a few minutes, and you can view the finished video in the description below. And the great thing about filming in the app is that you can save a lot of time because you film and edit at the same time. Because every time I film a clip, I watch it back, check if I'm happy with it, and if I'm not, I re-record, and if I'm happy, I just move on to the next clip. So that's how to film my YouTube short. This is how to edit. So first thing you can do is add a sound. Now this can be a background sound or a sound that goes over the whole video so you don't hear any of the talking part. But all you do is click sound, and you can either search for like a current song that you really like, or you can use a saved song that you've had from another video that you've liked, or they even have recommended top viral sounds at the moment. Have a scroll and listen to see what you really like. And if you press the little bookmark, you can bookmark that sound and it's put into your save sounds. Next, we have the text option. So this is when you can add in your titles and your captions. Now at the time of filming this, there's sadly no way to currently add auto captions just using the YouTube app. But there are some amazing free and really cheap ways that we can do that, and I'll cover that in another video, which I'll link in the description below. So as an example how to add a title, I'll put down Cafe Catastrophes. Can't spell that, so brilliant. So I can put in the title and I can change at the top what the font looks like. I can change what the background looks like, if it's centered to the middle or to the side. I can change the size of the text, and at the bottom, the color. So let's go with Yellow Cafe Catastrophes. Ooh, like that. Great. And I can just move where I want that on screen. And then we have the trim feature. So as you saw before, our whole video clip together is there. If I want to individually trim little video clips, all I have to do is move the slider along. But just know that you can't trim the middle of the video, only from one side and the other. So once you're happy with how all your clips look, you press done, and then you have voiceover. So say a talking part of my video didn't work out, I could just record a voiceover for it so I didn't have to throw the video away. Or say you recorded a vlog or a day in the life of, and it's just a mishmash of clips. You use a voiceover to create a story for the video. So it's a really good feature to have. However, the voiceover feature is a little bit clunky. You can't do it per clip. It's only for the whole thing. So if you want to do a voiceover for a particular moment, you have to move the cursor to wherever you want the voiceover, then you press record. So a day in the life of Geordie recording a voiceover. And then that red part there is the part that is a voiceover. You can't overwrite a voiceover with another voiceover, you have to undo. So if you're doing a voiceover for a whole clip, it's kind of, you need to film it all in one go. So it might take a few attempts. So it is clunky, but it's good to have. Next, you have the timeline feature, and you want to use this to make sure that any text or effects are only limited to parts that you want it. So I don't want the word Cafe Catastrophe for the whole video. I just want it for the first few seconds. And again, like the voiceover, it's quite clunky. You can't specifically have a title for a small part of the video for one particular clip. It's for the whole thing, so you have to really zoom in to where you want it. So it's a little bit fiddly, but hopefully YouTube will update this soon. So if you have a variety of captions in there, you basically go through and trim them down to where you want them. And when we're happy, we press done. And then as before, you can always add some filters on if you want to. I'm gonna press no filters. And then you have a Q&A. So if you wanna have a what's your cafe catastrophe or what's your opinion, I can have that on, and then anyone that answers it, it will come up as a comment. So when you're happy with your question, press done. So you can move this around anywhere on screen, but just know that it will be on screen the entire time. If you go to timeline, you can't shorten it for one length of video. So whatever the question is has to be for the whole video. So it doesn't quite work for this one. So I'm just going to hold it, go down to the trash bin and delete it. So any text or anything you don't want on the screen, if you hold it, drag it down, it should be able to delete it in the bin. But those are all the key features that I use when editing my YouTube short. So when we finish editing our YouTube short, we click next in the top corner, and now we're on the add details dashboard. Where like a regular YouTube video, we add our title, description, and adjust the settings. But this is where it gets really exciting. So the first thing we want to do is caption the short. Give it a title, and think of this like your regular YouTube video title, but you're limited to 100 characters for this. And I like to make mine a little bit clickbaity and catch people's attention. So I've labeled mine Cafe Catastrophes. The next thing we want to do is change our visibility. Do you want it to be private, public, or unlisted? Or you can even schedule the YouTube short for another time to be posted. Say if your audience is always active on a Sunday evening, you can schedule it for then. I'm going to set my video to publish now public so everyone can see it. The next thing we need to do is select an audience, which we legally have to do to comply with YouTube laws. So we need to specify the audience of whether or not this video was made for kids or not, and if we need to add any age restrictions based on the content that we're creating. So no, my content is not made for kids, but I don't need to add an age restriction in for it. Now, we can no longer add hyperlinks to YouTube short comments or descriptions, and this is because YouTube is trying to make it harder for scammers and spammers. So while that does mean that creators no longer can have links in their descriptions, it does mean we now have the ability to add a related video. Now, I think this is brilliant and very similar to what TikTok have done, where in a TikTok description you can link to another one of your videos. So when your viewers are watching your YouTube short, they can so easily click on another one of your videos, and that's how you can keep people watching your videos. So I'm gonna pick another video that has done quite well about humidity in Australia. Next up is allow video and audio remixing. Now, I would allow this because if your video is remixed, it means more people will see your content. It's the same thing where you stitch or duet a video on TikTok, or you stitch a video on Instagram Reels. Now, this is very similar to TikTok and Instagram, where you take someone else's video and you add your own video on. And on YouTube, it's called remixing. So I would definitely keep this on, because if someone likes your video or wants to have an opinion on it or create a video from it, they remix it and your video gets more and more views, and it just works better for your channel, personally, I think. And I'll show you how to remix a YouTube short at the end. And finally, you can control how you handle comments on your YouTube shorts. So you have options to allow all comments, hold potentially inappropriate ones for review, or hold all comments or review and disable comments entirely. So it's nice that you do have options when it comes to comments and how you want to interact with people. I'm just gonna leave my comments on. Now for me, I would just leave it as the default settings unless you specifically need to change it, or you don't want to see any comments at all. It's up to you. And that's it. To upload on your phone, you can set it as a draft or schedule or publish it right away, and it's up on your channel. So I'm going to upload short, and it's done right away. And it's just uploading now on my screen. And to do this on desktop, all you need to do is hit the create button at the top of the screen to upload a video. And you can either drag and drop a file to upload or select one. So I'm just gonna go with the video here, and it's uploading. So uploading to desktop is pretty similar to mobile, but you do have a few more options. So you have the same things like add a title, you can add a description as well, add a playlist here. So I'm gonna go to Living in Australia. No, it's not made for kids. I can add a related video here as well. I'm gonna link to my other video, Cafe Catastrophes. It will do the copyright checks while it's uploading. I can choose how I want to set it. I'm gonna set this to private because I've already uploaded this video before. And then you press save, and that's how you upload the video. Super easy on desktop. And while it's uploading, you can close the screen. So that's how easy it is to make and post a short from the app. But as I mentioned earlier, you can also create better quality videos in more pro apps like CapCut, which has a lot more features and effects, and you can upload it through the YouTube app, or on desktop too once it's been created. And if you want to check out your analytics, these can be accessed on the desktop or in the YouTube Studio app. You can view your analytics, you can see how your shorts are performing and respond to comments, and even edit your shorts. Well, change the title and add it to a playlist. And if you're monetized on YouTube, a part of the YouTube Partner Program, you can also see your revenue in here as well, and your revenue for shorts. So now that you're up to speed with YouTube Shorts, if you want to level up your filming, I highly recommend using a filming checklist, because I've seen too many creators make the same small mistakes like not cleaning the lens or checking their audio. So to save you time and sanity, grab a copy of our free filming checklist linked on screen and below. And if you want to check out the final version of that video I filmed earlier and all my other amazing YouTube shorts, then head over to my channel because I'd love to see you there as well. I'm that British girl, Jordana Grace, and thanks for watching.